Good morning. All right, we'll get started. It's just me. Um, the last day of 2013. Okay, I'll try to do this. Together with this. All right, it's Leviticus 8. So we go one step, go from the introduction straight into Leviticus 8. It's going to be a quick study of this book. Okay, you've been selected for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own a piece of paradise. Maybe we'll feel more specific, especially chosen if the sales letter weren't a computer-generated form letter. Now, we'd like to be singled out as a personally for a gift of honor. The Lord is building all believers into a holy priesthood. Our priesthood is foreshadowed in the original ordination ceremony of the priest of the Lord. Okay, warming up to God. Recall a time when you felt called to the Lord a particular task or role. Thank Him for how He helped you fulfill it and what the experience showed of you about yourself and about God. All right, and so it's about the Levites in Leviticus, all of that, and we're going into how we're called to do a particular task. Kind of like what I'm doing now, teaching. Call task. All right. All right. This is excuse me. The ordination of Aaron and his the Lord said to Moses, "Bring Aaron and his sons and their garments and the anointing oil and the bull of the sin offering and the 2 rams and the basket containing bread made without yeast, and gather the entire assembly at the entrance of the tent of the meeting." Moses did as the Lord commanded him, and the assembly gathered at the entrance of the tent of the meetings. Moses had said to the assembly, "This is what the Lord commanded me to do." Then Moses brought Aaron and his sons forward, washed them in the water. He put a tunic on Aaron, tied a sash around them, clothed them with the robe, put the ephod on him. He also tied the ephod to him by a skillfully woven waistband, so it could be fastened on him. He placed the breastpiece on him and put Urim Thummim in the breastplate. Then he placed the turban on Aaron's head and set the gold plate, the sacred diadem, in front of it, as the Lord commanded Moses. Then Moses took the anointing oil and anointed the tabernacle and everything in it, and so consecrated it. He sprinkled some of the oil on the altar 7 times, anointing the altar and its utensils, basins, and the stand, consecrating them. He poured some of the anointing oil on Aaron's head and anointed him and consecrated him. Then he brought Aaron's sons forward, put tunics on them, tied sashes around, and put headbands on them, as the Lord commanded Moses. He then presented a bull for a sin offering, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands on his head. Moses slaughtered the bull and took some of the blood with his finger, put it on all the horns of the altar, and purified the altar. He poured the rest of the blood at the base of the altar, so he consecrated it to make atonement for it. Moses also took the fat around the inner parts, the covering of the liver, both kidneys and their fat, and burned it on the altar. But the bull with its hide and its flesh and its offal he burned up inside the camp, as the Lord commanded Moses. He presented the ram for the burnt offering, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands on its head. Then Moses slaughtered the ram, sprinkled the blood against the altar of the side, with all sides. He cut the ram into pieces, burned the head, the pieces, and the fat. He washed the inner parts of the legs with water and burned the whole ram altar as a burnt offering, and a pleasing aroma, an offering made to the Lord by fire, as the Lord commanded Moses. Then he presented the other ram, a ram for the ordination, And Aaron and his son laid their hands on its head. Moses slaughtered the ram, took some of its blood, put on the lobe of Aaron's right ear, the thumb of his right hand, and on the big toe of his right foot. Moses brought Aaron's sons forward and put some blood on the lobes of their right ears and on the thumbs of their right hands and on the big toes of their right feet. Then he sprinkled blood against the altar and on all its sides. He took the fat tail, and all the fat around the inner parts, covering the liver, both kidneys and their fat, and the right thigh. Then he formed a woven basket. Where was I? Then from a basket of bread made without yeast, which was before the Lord, he took a cake of bread, one made with oil, and a wafer. He put these in the fat portions of the right thigh. He put all these at the hands of Aaron, and his sons waved them before the Lord as a wave offering. And then Moses took them from their hands and burned them on the altar. And the burnt offering is an ordination offering, a pleasing aroma, an offering made to the Lord by fire. He waved before the Lord as a wave offering, and the Lord commanded Moses. Then Moses took some of the anointing oil and some of the blood from the altar, sprinkled them on Aaron and his sons. So he consecrated Aaron and his garments and his sons and their garments. Moses then said to Aaron and his sons, "Cook the meat at the entrance to the tent of the meetings. Eat it where there's bread from a basket of ordination offerings, as I commanded, saying, Aaron and his sons are to eat it. Then burn up the rest of the meat and the bread. Do not leave the entrance to the tent of the meetings for 7 days, until the days of your ordination are complete, for your ordination will last 7 days. What has been done today was commanded by the Lord to make atonement for you. You must stay in the entrance to the tent of the meeting day and night for 7 days, and do what the Lord requires, so you will not die, for that is what I have been commanded." And his sons did everything the Lord commanded through Moses. Okay. All right. It says, how were Aaron and his sons singled out in front of the assembly and all of the Israelites? So 1 through 13. Oh, what's wrong here? So Moses had them come in front of an assembly with a bull, 2 rams, and bread made without yeast at the entrance at the tent of the meetings. So it's right at the tent of the meetings. Recalling the atonement sacrifice, what significance of Aaron and his sons laying their hands at the offering? Two. Sin offering. Okay, so the sins, the nation. And let's see. 18. Burnt offering. That's pleasing to God. 22. And the other ram was for ordination, make him go into the holy priesthood. All right. How is the blood of the ordination lamb used to anoint Aaron in a sense of earlobe and thumb and big toe? Let me make sure. The lobe's the right ear, thumb's the right hand, and the big toes the right feet. Okay. What message would this carry to the watching Israelites? I would think that this would bring them out as priest and their connection to God, because they have gone through the whole ceremony. How would Aaron and his sons feel honored by the ceremony of ordination of God's priest? How would Aaron and honored by the ceremony of God priest. Well, I think up to this point it's been Moses, and so they are now a part of that group, a chosen priesthood. How might they feel inadequate for the job? That seems like a lot. That's definitely what it does. It seems like a lot. Uh, you know, right? How do you feel honored for the role of God has placed you? It's an awesome honor to be a teacher, and it's gotten me. It's just a good place to be. Okay, and inadequate every day. How might see how do you feel inadequate every time you go up? If it wasn't for the Lord, it would not be possible. So definitely, the inadequacies are kind of out there, and you work through it. All right, we're going to close it. Thank you, Lord, for the privilege and responsibilities for your priesthood. And that's about it. Have a happy New Year.